Hey everybody, it's Mark Bow with Vogtland Outdoors. It's the first weekend of bow hunting season and I'm missing it, wife's birthday. But I'm going out this Wednesday, and what I want to show you guys, and I don't get paid for this, I want to show you my new ghost blind. This is what the ghost blind looks like from this side. This is where my seat is. I've pulled away. I've just set it up. I'll show you, I'll tell you more about it. But what I want you to really see is pay attention to this. And let's walk around. Because you are gone. When deer see this, guys, you are gone. You don't exist in that picture. And that's sitting out here in the suburbs. And when you're standing behind there, I've been standing there, sitting in my little triangle seat with my head up above there, and actually a wolfskin hat on, like a bomber hat. I've been standing there and had a hunter on a trail, literally standing right here, looking right at me, with my head sticking up above it, because you're too tall. And he did not see me. He was looking right at me. And he did not see me. Not even a human being. These things are really quite remarkable. And the only reason you're seeing the sidewalk there is because I've got a little sidewalk here. But if you look around, you are gone, people. You are gone. Really remarkable. If only they would make it cheaper. 300 bucks, it's a little pricey. And that's just standing up all by itself. Normally I'm actually going to put a couple of sticks of wood up on here, but let's go see what it looks like to pack. Okay, I just set it down and I'm going to work over in this corner here. It's always going to be sitting like this. You always want to bring the two mirrored surfaces together. That means the middle has to go out. So you push the middle out a little bit. Swing this in, and you've got it nice and flat. I put a couple little buttons here to act as contact points so that my mirrored surfaces don't make contact, they don't get scratched, and they last longer. But this was a mistake. These should have been little pieces of felt, so that's what my project is today, is to replace all of these. But if I close this, you see we have a nice little package right there. And for a little extra money, you get the bag. The bag is a backpack, guys. I'm telling you, buy the bag. You don't want to carry multiple backpacks in with you. You don't want one on your front with your gear. This carries everything. I got one little fanny pack that I carry right in the front here. That is a combination fanny pack and a muffler for my hands. Works really nice. That's it. Otherwise, watch. Take the bottom end and flip it in first. There, you would think I'm ready to zip up and run, but no, I can put everything in here, guys. Zip the side up and start slowly stuffing it in right here. First off, a triangle seat. Why triangle? Flat pads, flat in the back, feels comfortable for hours and hours. You're gonna go and lean up against a tree. So go and put your ghost blind up against a tree. Deer are not paying attention to trees. When you're shooting from with a big tree behind you, you can lean your seat up against it and it's really comfortable. Then when the deer comes, you just pop forward, grab your bow, stand up, take your shot. Plus they pack really small. So that's the first thing that's going to go in here. Plenty of space. What else can I pack? A warmer butt pad because it gets cold around here. The last thing I could pack, some kind of thermal blanket, but also camouflage for my feet. What you're trying to do is break up the pattern of looking like a human. You don't want them to see your legs. You don't want them to see your arms. So the minute you cover this up, they don't know what you are anymore. You could even cover up most of your head like this, guys. And if that's all they see, they're gonna really struggle to identify you as a foe, as a predator, as something they need to be afraid of. Pack this loosely. She's all ready to go. I've got gear here. We're tying a gear up. I've got other stuff in here, like emergency blankets if I ever needed them. Plenty of space. There's even stuff I can tie. Originally I was tying my seat up in here, crossways. Don't need it. And with the straps here, this thing is so easy to carry. Carrying your bow, I can take a shot. These ghost blinds, guys. This ghost blind, I hate to say it, but it's a game changer. Do I have my stand up? Am I working on my patent on it? Yes, yes. It will always be advantageous to be up and out of the vapor trail, out of the scent of the deer. You are that much more invisible. And the minute a deer looks up above its eye line, it's not expecting an enemy to come up from there. That's not where enemies are. So it doesn't care about what's up here. You have an advantage. But if you're going to a brand new place and you got to break down all of your tree stand and put it in someplace else, that could be a real nuisance. So this ghost blind, this is a real game changer. It's so easy, so light, so durable. It's even a windbreak. So when you're tucked in underneath a tree, it actually feels really good. There's two schools of thought when it comes to bow hunting or any kind of hunting. School number one, take everything into the woods with you. School number two, take virtually nothing into the woods with you. I'll let you guys figure out where I land. I land on that end of the spectrum. It's all about learning what you don't need in the woods. Take the minimal amount in. You need your bow. You need your arrows. You need your glove. That's all being carried on you. You're gonna dress for when what the weather is. I've either got a full snowmobile suit here, which I won't use until November, and then I've just got a light top. I don't really need to camouflage my feet. Why? My feet are behind the ghost blind. The deer are never going to see it. So dress light there. I'll wear some canvas some canvas, stretchy trousers. Done. What goes in the bag? We already covered. You need your bow, you need your arrow, you need your glove. Done. That part's covered. So what needs to go in here? We got the ground, we got the ghost blind, I already showed you that. We got a stool to sit on, we got a cushion to sit on, we got a blanket to sit on. Done. I've covered that part. What if you get a deer? What do you do then? One, you need not one packet of gloves, but they're small, guys. You never know if you're gonna need to lend one to somebody else. Get another packet. So we need 2 packets of field dressing gloves that go all the way up to here. Why? Because you're gonna get bloody. You're reaching up inside the cavity of the deer from here all the way up into here. Your elbow's gonna be in the body cavity of the deer. So you need gloves that go up to here, or you're gonna get blood on whatever it is, whatever clothing that you're wearing, possibly on your skin, and you're supposed to try to avoid that. So 2 packages. They fit inside this teeny little pouch, guys. Look, everything I need is gonna fit inside here. What do I got? I got a glove that's gonna fit on my bow hand. I wanna hide this. I want the deer are gonna be seeing that. I wanna cover that with something that breaks up the outline of a human hand. That's what this is all about. Can you get away with a regular black glove? Sure, go ahead and do it. Go look in the woods anywhere. Go look at a tree somewhere. Go look at some foliage. There's black all over inside there. Black that looks like this. You can get away with a black glove. Black glove goes inside there. You need not 1, but 2 knives. Always need a backup because you just never know if you're going to lose one. Make them highly visible. Don't get a black knife. You drop a black knife on the ground, it's gone, especially in the twilight. Early morning, late at night, you're fumbling around trying to find something because it looked cool and you thought black was a cool color. No. And you want to get one that's actually opening with one hand. So if you can open it like that, it's got to have a little button on there. You're going to close it just as carefully. You're always going to have a backup. Same thing. It's got to be able to open up with one hand. Doesn't have to be a stiletto, just has to be like this. Now, let's cover what kind of shape we need. These are excellent knives for field dressing a deer. If I had to choose which one was better, honest to God one, guys, this is it. See how snubby it is right here? This is a skinning knife. This is a field dressing knife. For making the initial cut around the anus of the deer, for cutting. It's just deep enough to be able to cut under the skin and get all the way up from the from the plumbing all the way up to the neck of the deer. It's going to do everything you need and not excessively poke anything. And when you put your thumb on it and go inside, as you're feeling around, field dressing the deer, you're not able to see stuff. It's all by feel. And the last thing you need is an excessively pointy, sharp point, poking in where you don't want it, bleeding where you don't want it. So you're just feeling in with something like this. It's a perfect extension of your hand, but it can cut. You're gonna find out just how useful this type of blade is. This one's close. I've field dressed a couple of deer with a blade just like this one, and it works fine. You still have to have your thumb up here to cover, to protect it, to make sure you don't go too far as you're feeling around and cutting things, feeling and cutting things. These are both good designs, but this one, guys, this is the better one. More importantly, you want to make sure that they can be opened. Like I said, you got to be able to easily open them with one hand, because you're always going to be, you're just going to be busy. You don't need two hands doing stuff. So make sure that you have that ability. Doesn't matter what side that button's on, so long as you can open it with one hand. So 2 blades go in. Make sure the blades are clean now, because you're not going to get a chance to clean it when you're puncturing inside the deer, and you don't want to taint your meat. Do I need to say anything else? You need bun wad. You need toilet paper. You need to carry it, and it needs to be convenient. You're going to need some kind of a tool. So buy yourself a decent tool that's got wire clippers, pliers, and at least one decent reasonably decent sawing blade of some kind of a cutting blade. This one's got a cutting blade and a sawing blade on it. Who makes this? Winchester, perfectly acceptable. Leave the scabbard, leave it behind. You don't need it. It's just another thing to lose. And this is all about what you don't need to take into the woods. Me, you guys saw me put the blowgun in here. I actually carry pins, little needles, little darts to shoot, because you don't want to waste an arrow on a squirrel or something like that. Lastly, you're going to need some kind of an emergency blanket wrapped in orange. The whistle's handy. You probably never use it, but if you did, it's available. You can call for help. All fits inside there. Food can go inside the outside bag here, and the pee bottle can go up inside. Oh, actually, I got another pocket here. So there, that together with a bow, arrows, glove, the hat that's on you, the camouflage jacket to match the conditions, so you got a couple of those depending on the weather. You're wearing that. Ghost blind inside here, a little bit of rope, not a ton. Ghost blind, seat to sit down and comfortable, cushion, blanket to stay warm, and then something to do with when you get the deer. You've got everything you need to be able to drag that deer out of the woods, or at least get it field dressed to the point where you can go back to your Jeep, get some kind of a cart, come back, get the deer. Hope you guys found that useful. This is everything I'm carrying into the woods this coming Wednesday. Anything else is on my body, which might be my phone and a GPS, ONX, my permits, and that's it. It's about what you don't need, guys. It's about what you don't need, what you can live without. And you cannot live without the bow, the arrow, and the glove. You cannot live without clothing. So jacket, possibly trousers if you think you need them, good boots, a hat, some kind of a facial covering that you guys don't need to see. Everybody's got their preference. That covers my body. That covers my actual weapon. Blind, seat, blanket, and then everything for dealing with when you do get a deer. And when you do get a deer, this is all that you need. I mean, it literally fits into this much is all you need to bring a deer out of the woods. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. We'll see you out there. Oh, maybe one other thing. I'm gonna pack this to a rainproof poncho that goes over the top of everything. And that goes in the top of the bag. So if it starts to rain, you throw this on.